Hi everyone, Steve the Hurricane here, and for today's episode of A Drink with the Hurricane, we are going to talk about direct referral marketing. Cheers! A Drink with the Hurricane, the home care sales and marketing talk show that discusses all things growing your home care business. All right, so direct referral marketing. This is something that I talk about all the time. It is the very essence of the Hurricane program. And as you see, we're here live in San Antonio, Texas for the Referral Masters Bootcamp. So what better topic than direct referral marketing? And what I want to talk about specifically is all of the ways that we can generate business. If you take a look at the last 5-6 years of data from the Home Care Pulse report, you will see that they break it down into two different categories. There's direct-to-consumer marketing, and then there's referral marketing categories. If you look at those reports and look at the programs that are within there and the data that's collected, the direct-to-consumer marketing gives a very small return on investment. Now, what am I talking about direct-to-consumer? Pay-per-click ads on Google. Return on investment is 10% or less. Care.com, a place for mom, referral, internet-based networks. The return on investment is less than 10%. The billboard advertising, very small return on investment. Radio ads, super expensive, very little return on investment. Television ads, super expensive, very little return on investment. And then you have your website. If you're part of a franchise, your website is more effective than if you're not, because there's 100, 200, 500, 1,000 business entities with your name on it. But even still, the return on investment that Home Care Pulse shows is about 15% of your total annual revenue. So if I do $1 million, 15% is only $150,000. So while granted I'm paying into it with my royalty, or if I have my own independent company and I'm not part of a franchise, then I have my SEO that I'm paying into it, and that's going to give me close to 15%. 15% of $1 million is $150,000. That's a very small percentage of our total annual revenue. But when you look at the direct referral marketing side of it, because when you look at like all businesses, our industry, everything about our industry is all about referrals. It makes sense. If I'm sick, I go to the doctor. Oh, doctor, my stomach, I'm not feeling so good. I'll give you something today, but I think you need to see a gastroenterologist to get checked out. Maybe have an endoscopy or a colonoscopy so we can find out what the real root problem is. And so the doctor just made several recommendations or referrals in that example that I gave you that we all can relate to. Now, when you look at the referral side of it from Home Care Pulse, they look at skilled nursing facilities, and they surveyed the leaders of our industry. Who are the leaders of our industry? These are people who, on average, are doing about $5 million in total annual revenue, which is the upper 10%. Like most home care businesses are around $1 million a year. So these folks are doing 5 times. The average leader is doing 5 times what the average home care business owner is doing. Their businesses, or their business, are coming from referral sources. The average leader who said skilled nursing facilities, nursing homes, LTACs, rehabilitation centers, were their number one referral source, generated 36% of their entire annual revenue last year from that one referral source type. Now put this in perspective. If the average leader is doing $5 million, 36% is almost 40%. That's close to $2 million in revenue that came from one referral source type. They talk about assisted living communities in there, and the return on investment is 19%. So a leader who's doing $5 million, 19%, that's almost $1 million in revenue from one referral source type. They talk about hospice in there, saying 15%, which again, 15% isn't great percentage, but still 15% of $5 million is like $700,000, $800,000 in total annual revenue from one referral source type. And the leaders who get into hospitals, their return on investment, although only 5% of the leaders surveyed said a hospital was their number one referral source, close to 40% of their annual revenue came from this one referral source type. That's over $2 million in revenue on a $5 million business. Even if your business is only doing $1 million, 40%, that's $400,000 of your $1 million from one referral source type. So clearly, when you look at consumer marketing versus referral marketing is going to win every single time. You know why? Because referral marketing, you get 3 or 4 referrals, you're going to convert 2, maybe 3 out of those 4. If you get 3, you're going to convert 2 out of those 3 into an actual client. Whereas we all know the internet leads, you get 10 and maybe you get 1 client from it. The conversion ratio alone speaks for itself. That's why it's all about direct referral marketing. That's why an event like this sells out, because everybody's trying to get direct professional referrals to grow their business. So if you're not direct referral marketing, you are missing out on literally millions of dollars in revenue that you could have. If you don't know how to do it, come to a boot camp like all these other folks, where I'll give you everything you need to blow away the competition.